Hey everybody, hey, this isn't really as much a how-to video like I usually make. This is kind of a talking video, but I figure instead of just keeping you guys bored and talking, I'll flesh a beaver while I'm here. So anyway, it is June now. Most everybody has long since stopped trapping or even thought about trapping, and here I am still doing beavers. Little bit of a story there with the beavers. I did this year was here in Saskatchewan. Our local governments, counties, local government districts, rural municipalities, whatever you want to call them, they all get together and they have a bounty on the beavers because there's so many of them out here. And in order to They pay the bounty on it depending on where you are, $5, $10, $30, $50, depending where you are. And in order to prove that you've killed a beaver, you turn in the tail, and just the tail only. So the rest of the beaver doesn't have to have anything done with it. You could just literally throw it wherever it lands, leave it in the water, leave it on the side of the road, in a field, it doesn't matter. And it's perfectly legal. So for years and years, in the spring especially, that's when most of the guys go after beavers. I've been picking up beavers for years. And, you know, salvage the hides, casters, carcass, whatever. So anyway, this year, I decided to do a thing called the Beaver Derby. And all it was for, it wasn't basically going to get any more beavers killed, just that the guys that are out there doing it, instead of letting them waste, turn them in and you know, go for some cash and prizes kind of thing. And the only reason that there was even cash and prizes is because otherwise there was no way that anybody would, you know, drive them to me or call me or anything like that. It wasn't really worth it for anybody to do it unless there was some incentive. So what I did was I checked with all the levels of government required, and everybody says, yeah, it's all good. Go ahead. Everybody adopted the idea. They really liked the idea because instead of it being wasted, there was a use for them. So I started the Beaver Derby. And anyway, everything was going pretty good. One of the guys was out shooting beavers, and lo and behold, he looks over, and on land there was a beaver. He didn't even know what the hell it was at first till he got a good look at it, and it was a beaver. So he shoots it, and it turned out to be an albino beaver, which, as anybody knows, albinos are not that uncommon. In beavers, it's not super common, but it does happen. So I posted the picture on the Beaver Derby Facebook page. Of one of the guys that, you know, got this beaver, and that picture went viral. There was over 500,000 views and shares and all kinds of stuff on it. So anyway, that was all fine and dandy, and that's where I thought it was going to end. It's just, you know, everybody got a kick out of this neat looking albino beaver. Well, anyways, what happened was it got on the attention or on the radar of an animal rights group. And I'm not even going to mention their name because they're legitimately not even worth mentioning. And they were out of Vancouver, which I'm in Saskatchewan, which is basically, it's 2 provinces away. I'm just kind of above North Dakota, Montana. They're over by Seattle. Just giving Americans an idea how far away they are. Completely different terrain, completely different world, everything out that way. So anyways, they started getting all bent out of shape because right away, as soon as they heard Beaver Derby, they assumed that I was the one that opened season on all the beavers. I was the one promoting all the killing, put a price tag of $1,000 on every beaver's head, and on and on and all the BS and the nonsense that the animal rights groups are just typical known for. And so anyways, I posted on their page you know, what was really going on, to which I was immediately blocked and banned from that page, of course. Surprise, surprise. The truth has absolutely no bearing in animal rights arguments. So anyway, they started going on a media campaign. And they called the 6 o'clock news, all the national newspapers, and anybody else who would listen. So of course this thing starts getting a little bit of traction. And the funniest part was what they didn't expect to happen was it was a complete backlash on their part. There's a few, don't get me wrong, it's not like it was 100%. There's a few idiots out there that sided with this group, of course. But the majority of everybody, unanimously here in Saskatchewan anyway, and from what I can see throughout Western Canada and then some, everybody realizes that beavers are renewable. We've been killing beavers. This entire continent was basically settled on the back of the beaver. We've been killing beavers for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and lo and behold, there's more beavers today than ever. So they were using words like ecological genocide, you know, all those nonsense phrases that the animal rights people have to do. So anyway, I got on the radio with them on one of our local talk radio, right-wing radio stations here, and I was able to argue with them. And he was on, the guy that is their quote-unquote media spokesman is, he's from Toronto and moved to Vancouver. He's never even basically been in Saskatchewan, and he was trained, his schooling right on their website said he's educated in film, F-I-L-M, film. So that I know for sure would give him all the frickin' credence in the world to know all about wildlife management. So anyway, needless to say, this guy came to the fight a little undergunned, because I've been doing this a little longer than he has. So anyways, we had a few little arguments there and there, and it was pretty fun. I actually got a kick out of it. But thanks to them, the Beaver Derby got all kinds of press, and people from all over the province, all over the world, started taking notice in it. And it really started to pick up speed. And the guys in Saskatchewan really adopted it well. And I got 601 beavers turned in. There was 3 prizes, first, second, third, in terms of amount of beavers total poundage. You're going to hate me here, I don't remember the exact numbers. The first guy was in, I don't know, he's around 4,000 pounds or something, a beaver, or whatever it was. It was 160 some beavers I think he turned in. And on and on. Then, so there was a $1,000 first place prize. Second place was 3 brand new Bridger Magnum 330s and a sheared and plucked beaver hat. And third prize was a beaver hat. So anyway, the Derby went over really well, and now unfortunately here it is in late June already, and I am in the middle of doing beavers. Lots of beavers. So anyway, that's that. That was the whole Beaver Derby, kind of a background on how it all began. In a few days, July 1st, 2nd, Alberta is having their Trappers Convention, their annual one in Pincher Creek, July 1st, 2nd. I'll be there doing raccoons and skunks, I believe is what I'm doing this year. Plus I'll be competing some of the speed skinning and whatnot. Saskatchewan in Central Butte, August 6th and 7th. I think I'm doing skunks there as well, possibly raccoon. And then North Dakota, August 27th in New Salem. I'll be doing coyotes and I believe raccoon or whatever else they bring for me there. So if anybody's in the area, come on down and show you some of the demos or whatever. Come say hi and check out those weekends. They're a lot of fun. It's a whole bunch of trappers and everybody gets together and has a good old time and all the stories start flying and all that stuff. So anyway, just a quick little video. that was the beaver derby I did. If you guys are bored, Google it. I tell you, they did freaking catch on traction. It's amazing. And just some of the places I'll be this summer. Anyway, good trapping, and we'll see you guys in the fall.